हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल। कैसे हैं आप सब? उम्मीद करती हूँ आप सब बहुत अच्छे होंगे। जी हाँ, मैं वापस आ गई हूँ एक नई कहानी लेकर। उम्मीद करती हूँ आपको ये कहानी अच्छी लगेगी। ये कहानी है दो दोस्तों की। वो कहते हैं ना, दो जिस्म एक जान। जी, बिल्कुल वैसी ही दो दोस्त। तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं आज की कहानी। Ananya and Meera were more like two halves of the same soul than just friends. They don't remember the exact day they became friends. Some bonds do not begin with the moment, they just flow into existence like a river meeting the sea. It started in class 4. Ananya had forgotten her lunchbox, and while everyone else laughed, Meera quietly slid half her parantha onto Ananya's desk without even asking. That day, two little girls shared food and unknowingly shared destinies. From then on, they were inseparable. When teachers announced group projects, they were always a team. When one scored less in exams, the other stayed awake all night helping her revise. Their parents teased, एक को बुलाओ तो दूसरी फ्री गिफ्ट में आ जाती है. By college, their friendship had matured into something unshakable. They chose the same course, sat in the same benches, even learned each other's handwriting, because they would often write notes for the other. Late night Maggie sessions, crying over heartbreaks, celebrating little victories. Life was always Ananya and Meera, never one without the other. After graduation, destiny played along. Both got selected as lecturers in the same college. The staff room had two chairs side by side. Everyone joked they were reserved for them. Life felt complete. Coffee breaks, shared tiffins, walking home together. It was as if the universe itself could not separate them. But fate does not always ask before playing its move. One morning, an official looking envelope slid across Ananya's desk, a transfer order. The institution wanted her expertise in a new branch in another city. Colleagues congratulated her, called it a big opportunity. But Ananya's smile never reached her eyes. That evening, as she packed, her heart ached, not for herself, but for Meera. मीरा तो बिना मेरे खाना भी नहीं खाती, हमेशा वेट करती है जब तक मैं फर्स्ट बाइट ना ले लूं। अब उसे कौन समझाए कि मेरे बिना खाना खा लेना। On the other side, Meera sat in her now half-empty staff room, staring at the vacant chair. She thought, अनन्या तो वहाँ अकेली होगी, मैं तो यहाँ अपने घर, फैमिली, कलीग्स सबके साथ हूँ, पर उसके पास कौन है? कौन मिलेगा उसे? कहाँ मिलेगी उसे वो टपरी वाली चाय जो हम दोनों रोज पीते थे? कैसे एडजस्ट करेगी वो अपने चुप रहने वाले नेचर के साथ? Both kept thinking of the other, never about themselves. Days passed, their phone calls were short, but always filled with concern for the other. खाना खाया? एडजस्ट कर रही हो ना? ज़्यादा काम तो नहीं है? Neither admitted their own loneliness. Ananya started eating at a small tea stall run by an elderly couple. Every day, she left one chair empty. Once, the tea stall owner asked, बेटी, कोई और भी आता है क्या तुम्हारे साथ? रोज एक कुर्सी खाली छोड़ती हो? She smiled. हाँ, आती तो है, बस दूर से. Meanwhile, back in her city, Meera began carrying small tiffins to college. But every bite tasted incomplete. Still she forced herself to eat, whispering to herself, "मीरा, खाना टाइम से खा लेना." Months later, Ananya fell sick with fever in her new city. Alone in her rented flat, she tried making instant noodles, but the taste brought tears. Weak and shivering, she thought, "काश मीरा होती तो मेरी जिद पर दवाई पिला देती." At the same time, in her city, Mira sat in the canteen, her food untouched. She had a strange restlessness that day, as if something was wrong. She dialed Ananya's number, and the weak voice on the other end confirmed her fear. That night, Mira didn't sleep. She made a decision. 2 weeks later, on a rainy evening, Ananya struggled to shut her window against the wind. A knock came at the door. Half asleep, she opened it and froze. There stood Mira, dripping wet, holding an umbrella in one hand and two hot samosas wrapped in newspaper in the other. "पागल है तू?" Ananya exclaimed, tears rolling down her cheeks. Mira smiled through her own tears. "अब कौन देखेगा कि तू खाना खाती है या नहीं? मुझे तो आना ही था." They hugged tightly, the kind of hug that melts all distances, all silences. Mira had applied for a temporary transfer to the same branch, citing personal reasons. She didn't care about the raised eyebrows or the extra paperwork. For her, the only reason was standing right in front of her friend. From that day on, they both knew distance may test, time may bend, but some bonds are written not in paper but in soul. They were not just friends, they were each other's anchor, each other's home. दोस्ती सिर्फ साथ चलना नहीं होती, कभी दूर रहकर भी साथ निभाना होती है. जहाँ खुद से पहले दोस्त की फिक्र आए, वही असली दोस्ती, वही जिंदगी का तोहफा होती है. थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर लिसनिंग. उम्मीद करती हूँ आपको स्टोरी अच्छी लगी होगी. अगर अच्छी लगी तो प्लीज़ लाइक, शेयर एंड कमेंट. अगर आपने अभी तक चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया तो प्लीज़ डू इट. मैं जल्दी आऊँगी नई कहानी के साथ. थैंक यू वेरी मच. हैव अ नाइस डे.